Hello everyone, welcome to my channel English for All Reasons Good. In today's lesson, we will learn all about descriptive writing, but chiefly we will discuss the tips and tricks to crack it. So be with me till the end. Let's get started. Descriptive writing. A good descriptive paragraph is like a window into another world. The more expressive is your language, the more interesting becomes your writing. Mostly, descriptive writing is used to describe a person, place, event, or thing. But today, we are going to focus on descriptive writing based on a person, since according to a new guidelines of CBSE, descriptive writing based on a person is included in the revised syllabus 2020-21 for 5 marks. And my focus is going to be on tips and tricks for writing a good piece. Now, the thumb rule for this is, as the reader is reading your paragraph, a simultaneous picture should be created or painted in his mind. Sounds simple, isn't it? It is simple actually, just a little practice is needed. So be with me for that. One thing more, your picture, it should not be a 2D picture. It should rather be even better than a 3D one. You'll be wondering what this means. Actually, your description should engage all the 5 senses of your audience. That is, smell, sight, touch, taste, and sound. Try to bring these into your writing and you are a winner. It simply means you have to show to your readers and not tell. So you must have heard this from your teachers also. Show to your readers and don't tell. But how it is to be done, we will learn this today. But before we jump into examples, have a look at this. Now here we have this figure. Now this figure explains in a nutshell what your writing should have. You can see 4 headings with subject in the center. This subject is your topic and you have to write all about your topic, bringing a range of all these 4 headings in it. It means you should bring in a few sensory details, a few descriptive words, maybe adjectives, maybe adverbs, but no vague formulations, please. Then your impressions, like your feelings, your memories, your associations, and of course figures of speech like similes, metaphors, personification. And remember, figures of speech, they are not only for poems. Now, figure of speech, they usually and they rather make the topic very interesting. So now one thing more, this does not mean that every sentence should have all these. Try to incorporate these in your paragraph as a whole. Now let's see how it is to be done. This is an example. Now since we are doing descriptive writing based on a person, I am going to take an example for that. Suppose you have to describe your neighbor, Mr. Ram Sharma. So this is your question. Now you want to write that Mr. Ram Sharma is fat. So simply you write Mr. Ram Sharma is fat. You are telling this your reader. You are not at all showing this. Or even if you write that Mr. Ram Sharma is on the heavier side. So again you are telling this. But if you write it in this way, it is amusing to see Mr. Ram early in the morning riding his scooter, its tires screeching and struggling to roll on the road because of the weight of the bulk of his flesh hanging from the seat on the both sides. Here, look what you have done. You have created a picture in the minds of your readers. There's a picture that Mr. Ram is riding a scooter. The tires, they are screeching. The scooter is struggling. It is not able to move because of the weight on the seat that is hanging from both sides. So a funny picture is created. Now this is required. Now if you want to shorten this sentence because of the word limit, so what we can do is we can write, it is amusing to see Mr. Ram early in the morning riding his scooter. Its flat tires are screeching and struggling to move under its weight. Now again, we have shortened the sentence, but it is giving us the same message that Mr. Ram is quite fat. Now let's scan this sentence. So we will be scanning the first sentence. We have used the word amusing there, so it is an adjective and it also gives you a feeling. Then riding the scooter, it's a sense of sight. Tires screeching and struggling, it is sense of hearing and personification is used. Then roll on the road and bulk of his flesh hanging from the seat on both the sides, this is again sense of sight. So like this, we have utilized all those four headings into one sentence. Now another example, if you want to write that Mr. Ram is very loving and caring, so simply you can write he is very loving and caring, but it sounds very boring. So again you are telling to your reader. But if you write it like this, usually in the evening he goes for a walk in the nearby park where the kids of our colony play. Kids actually wait for him eagerly because he is very loving and caring. Ah, what again boring. Now here read the next example. Usually in the evening, he goes for a walk in the nearby park where the kids of our colony play. Kids actually wait for him eagerly because of his never-ending supply of candies. One day, I was crossing the road while playing a game on my mobile phone. Suddenly, a hand gripped me strongly and pulled me. The shrieking brakes of the car brought me to senses, and I thanked God for what did not happen. Mr. Sharma's comforting hug calmed me. So which is interesting? Obviously, the second one. So I hope that by now things have started taking shape in your mind. So if they have, hit the subscribe button as an encouragement. Thank you for subscribing, and now we will move on to format. Now format is very simple. First you have to write your topic, like we are doing my neighbor, so your topic will be my neighbor. After that there should be one main introductory sentence or the opening sentence. That opening sentence, it should be catchy, expressive and attention grabbing. After that you have to write some supporting details that will make the body, and after that the closing sentence, that is the summing up. So it is that simple. But the tips and the tricks that I said, very important part. So now I'm going to share the tips and the tricks to follow to write a descriptive paragraph. Use this acronym to describe a person. So I have an acronym for you. You will never forget or miss any detail if you use this acronym. So brainstorm using this acronym. I hope you're excited. So here it is. Tap on her. So this her, it is with 2 R's because I need 2 R's in my acronym. So tap on her, a simple thing to remember. Just remember tap on her. Let's expand. Now T means traits. Here you will include personality traits and qualities, etc. A is for appearance, P is for profession, O is for others' perception about him or her. Him or her means your topic. N is for name. If the name is given in the question, so mention that. H is for habits. E is for emotions. R is for role in your life, the role of the person that you are describing in your life. And then the other R is for relationship with the writer. So what is your relationship with the person about whom you are writing? Now after that, any other relevant point, if it is left, it means that if any other point is given in the question, then you can write that. Use a simple present tense and give concrete examples and anecdotes. So like I gave that anecdote of crossing the road. So that will make your piece very interesting. So now this is all for today. If you want to learn how to write a descriptive paragraph using this acronym, then watch my second video, which is a continuation of this video, and we will write a complete paragraph on the topic my neighbor in that video using this acronym. So happy watching. Thank you very much.